Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we help you understand the real story behind those official company filings. And what does it mean when a company postpones its meetings and extends deadlines? Well, that is what we're about to find out today. We're rediving into a recent filing from Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp, a company that is involved in the world of acquisitions and artificial intelligence. Now, usually these 8K forms are used for big announcements, but this one tells a bit of a different story. What is being reported here is not a new deal closing or a major shakeup, but rather a postponement and an extension. It seems Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp, otherwise known as the company, initially had plans for its annual general meeting. They had set a date for that meeting, but then decided to push it back. So that meeting, originally planned for the 6th of October, is now rescheduled for the 10th of October. This kind of delay isn't always a red flag, but it often means there are still some details being worked out behind the scenes. Think of it like pushing back a wedding date. Something important is still being finalized before the big event. But that is not all. They've also extended the deadline to wrap up a major transaction, a business combination with a company called Leading Group Limited. This is a pretty significant extension, moving the final date from March of 2026 all the way to October of 2026. That is an extra year to get this deal done. They originally announced they were going to combine with Leading Partners Limited, which is a company based in the Cayman Islands. Now, it is interesting to note that this company doesn't have any securities registered under Section 12B of the Act. This usually means its shares aren't listed on a major stock exchange like the NICE or NASDAQ. Instead, they have securities registered under Section 12G. This includes their Class A ordinary shares, which trade under the ticker HAIA, and also their warrants, which are basically options to buy more shares later at a set price. They are also registered as an emerging growth company, so they are allowed a bit more flexibility in how they report their financial information. This filing doesn't give us any financial numbers to pour over it, it's more about procedural updates and timeline changes. What we can infer is that the process of completing this business combination with Leading Group Limited is taking longer than expected. Sometimes this can happen for all sorts of reasons. Maybe there are regulatory hurdles to clear, maybe there are further negotiations happening, or perhaps the companies are just taking their time to integrate all the aspects of the deal properly. The fact that they've extended the deadline by a full year suggests they believe they will eventually close the deal, but it requires more time. This isn't necessarily a bad sign, but it does mean investors will need to wait longer to see the combined entity in action. It also gives the company more runway to navigate whatever challenges they are facing in getting this acquisition finalized. The report is signed by Yande Chen, who is listed as the Chief Executive Officer. This tells us it is an official update from the top leadership at Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp. So what is the takeaway here? Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp is working on a significant business combination, but it is hitting some bumps, or at least needs more time than initially anticipated. The postponed meeting and the extended deadline for the business combination are the key events. It's important for investors to keep an eye on further updates to understand why this delay is happening and what it ultimately means for the company, its strategic direction, and its future financial performance. Now, looking at this filing in a broader context, when companies postpone important meetings and extend deadlines for major deals, it can signal a few things. On the one hand, it might mean they are diligently working through complex details to ensure the deal is structured in the best possible way. This is a sensible approach to avoid future problems. On the other hand, it can sometimes indicate that negotiations are more difficult than planned, or that there are external factors causing delays which might pose risks to the deal itself. For Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp, this extension to October 2026 gives them a significant amount of time. We will need to watch how they utilize this extended period. Are they making progress towards closing this business combination? Are there any new developments with Leading Group Limited? These are the questions investors will be asking. In conclusion, Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp. S latest report is less about financial performance and more about the timeline of a crucial business deal. The postponement of their annual meeting and the substantial extension of their business combination deadline are the main stories here. While these events aren't inherently negative, they do highlight that the path to combining with Leading Group Limited is taking longer than originally planned. Investors should remain vigilant for further information that sheds light on the reasons behind these delays and the progress being made. Alright, that is our quick decode of Healthcare AI Acquisition Corp.'s latest filing. What is your take on these extensions and what do you think it means for the company? As future success, drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.